Where do we want to go?
Good morning, San Francisco. We are live. It is 5:30 in the morning.
Great Robin Williams impression.
R.I.P.
Isn't that where that came from? Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they do something like that on Anchorman?
I think so.
Yeah, like because that was like kind of it was that type of movie.
It's been a long time since I've watched one of those types of movies.
Yeah, that's Anchorman's a great one. I should rewatch that.
Yeah, totally. That and if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Dodgeball.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh man,
Our next podcast is a movie review.
I got a cool surprise for a podcast that I'm gonna tell you offline, but it's gonna get cool. We're going there. We're gonna see Elon soon.
Can't wait.
So where do you want to go today for Find That Flip?
Find That Flip. Where do we want to go? Do we want to go? Do we want to use ChatGPT?
ChatGPT is fun. We did Wesley yesterday because we were at Babson, which was I would say a resounding success. Our booth was full all the time, and we looked at a different kind of deal, because there's not really any flips in that area.
Yeah.
We actually looked at a little bit of a case study of somebody else's development. But after talking to Ronald, it might be kind of cool to check out Fall River.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Hampton.
and I saw a video this morning of a bad guy who got stuck in somebody's chimney in Fall River. Not the Santa Claus you want.
Oh, not okay. Sounds good.
Fall River's on the top of my mind.
Fall River. With 32 active single families in Fall River. Let's check it out. Usually you find some deals there. Let's see. Our cheapest one, $275.
I mean, this is a market that has exploded.
Yeah.
The last 5 years.
I remember when we first started in real estate and we, in like 2016, 17, and we would do deals effectively anywhere. But I remember specifically telling people that we didn't go to Fall River in New Bedford. One, because we said it was kind of far, but really we just thought the markets were too low.
And shame on us.
Yes, agreed.
Shame on us. There's a lot of people who want to invest in real estate who have missed the bus on the market they want to invest in, and then they're sitting there mad and disgruntled because it's 3 times as much to participate now. I mean, look at Worcester.
I know, it's crazy.
Look at Worcester.
So what else we have here? I mean, this cheapest one was could be maybe. This one's more maintained, or
it didn't look bad.
Yeah, not exactly the heavy distress you want in a flip.
No,
so that one.
No, you make your money in the buy, right? It's got to be kind of.
That's right. No distressed property and a lot of maintained and sort of new, feeling newer, fresher. Means it's the market's hot. New construction.
That's nice. How much is that one? Click on that one.
$589. They just dropped the price. Yeah.
Wow. It's pretty nice looking.
Yeah. They dropped it really quickly. It's only been on for 2 weeks-ish. 3 weeks. But yeah, I mean,
nice looking home.
Yeah.
Well, guys, if you're looking for new construction, look what you can get in Fall River for just $589.
Right. I mean, 2,300 square feet.
You got parking, garage parking. I mean, guys, Fall River's got we've got the train going from there to Boston.
A couple more new constructions coming. I mean, this is nuts. $699 for this. I mean, it's been on for a while, but look at this guy.
Click on that one.
Very cool.
I'm moving. Look at that thing.
$1.5 million for this. That's stunning.
This is old money looking right here.
Yeah. Well, judging by just the size of this, and look of it, there must have been some sort of, previous wealth in Fall River, right?
I mean, yeah, I think Fall River was, I don't know what Fall River.
Maybe fishing. Well, New Bedford had like a fishing or whaling, was the industry there. Fall River's another. I don't. They're on the water. I don't know if they have a port.
Was a major center for cotton textile manufacturing in the 19th and early 20th century. So they were into cotton.
Yes, I knew it had to have been some type of manufacturing. So
Yeah.
it's probably someone that owned the cotton mill.
By 1920, the city had over 100 mills, making it the largest textile producer in the United States.
Wow.
The mills produce sheets, curtains, and apparel.
Cool. That's
Today
how you get rich. You make stuff.
Yeah, totally. Exactly. You create value. That's how you get rich.
Yep.
And this is before, and they did it with, Fall River had other industries, including chemical manufacturing, luxury linens, hand-finished rugs, and handcrafted leather bags. The city is a life sciences and technology park now. Today, there are about 65 remaining historic textile mills, many of which are on the National Register of Historic Places.
Wow.
I wonder how many of those have been turned into apartments or condos.
Maybe some. I always thought Fall River had a lot of potential. Just because, having just driven through the area, it's like, you come up into Fall River, like if you cross the bridge from, if you're coming from the Rhode Island side, it's just really pretty, this sort of city kind of up on a hill off the water.
So pretty. We've never done a deal. In Fall River.
Nope. All right, let's see. I mean, there's got to be something with this one. So we want to underwrite this one as a flip. It's 1,300 square feet. It's priced at $275. There's got to be something here.
Take a peek.
And they're calling for investors.
All 8 total rooms, 4 bedrooms, an office space, 1 bath, and a private backyard. On the first floor, you'll find a large living room, eating kitchen, 2 bedrooms, full bath, and an office space. The second floor has 2 more bedrooms. The basement has a laundry setup and plenty of room for storage. But if you have a car, you're out of luck. Park on the road.
No driveway. Wonder if there's street parking. So that's certainly a single family with no driveway certainly adds to, the lower list price.
Unless you're in, unless you're in East Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also listed for $360, and this owner was probably just a little aggressive.
I'll tell you, that is one of the. Listen, if the house is worth $360 and you list it for $250, it'll still sell for $360.
Come on a little bit here. Yeah, I mean, this. Wonder why there's something with not all types of financing.
I bet there's some skeletons in the basement.
Yeah, there's something.
Metaphorical.
Or maybe literal. I tell you what, I would certainly. These are the upper floors bedrooms. They have to be, or maybe it's not. But this is the upper floor bedroom. I'd say with only 1 bathroom, the first thing I would do is take those 2 bedrooms upstairs and make them one. Maybe like a a master suite. Here's the other bedroom upstairs. Maybe like a master suite, so you have a true 3-bed, 2-bath. A 3-bed, 2-bath is going to be more valuable than a 4-bed, 1-bath, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's not so that's not your driveway.
Apparently not. I guess this is just showcasing the side of the house. Still not sure what about it is not qualifying for conventional financing. But this looks like maybe there's a house behind you.
Oh, that would add to the trickiness.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, not a lot of great information in the listing photos. I mean, it looks to be okay, like,
I mean, it looks like a normal house.
yeah, nothing fancy, but yeah, we're not getting a lot of information here. Maybe it was just maybe it's just super stale because it listed it super high.
Yeah.
Property does not have a driveway. Okay. This is a great example of we could use some more information.
Let's see what some other 1,300 square foot homes are selling for.
All right, we'll just have to discount this. I'm assuming many of them are going to have driveways, so we're just going to have to. Excuse me. 207. All right, 1 mile. 51 sold in the last 6 months. That's crazy.
Let's bring it back to half a mile. Let's bring it back to half a mile.
Half a mile. And then, 1,000 to 1,600. All right. 8 results.
Ooh.
$241. Vision to transform the property. Oh, see, yeah, this would have been a great flip to underwrite. I mean, we still kind of can for fun, but
it's a charming house.
Yeah, they have a driveway.
Yeah, that's tough, man. It's tough.
Yeah, there's going to be, no matter how nice of a house you make, this other subject one that we were just looking at, no matter how nice you build it, there's a large percentage of people that are just not going to look at it without a driveway.
Yeah.
And I mean, I get it. Oh, here's parking 0. And maybe this is just a neighborhood where it's more common. I don't know.
I'm going to look up what the, let's see.
This isn't a terrible comp this isn't a terrible comp. I mean, this sold for $350. It's 1.5 a mile. It's got no parking, 4-bed, 1-bath, 1,200 square feet.
Yeah, I don't know. That other one's not. It's not looking like a profitable flip. That's for sure.
No, it's definitely not looking like a profitable flip. This one looks a little better maintained. 3 parking, 5-bed, 2-bath, 1,400 square feet. Okay, let's take a look at this.
You could get for that 4-bedroom rental, you could get approximately $2,500. Actually, here's something interesting. The fair market rents through HUD, which is what we use to underwrite like Section 8 rentals. In 2024, the 4-bedroom allotment was $2,536. And this year, the allotment is $2,359. So it went down almost $200.
Interesting. That has happened from time to time. It's not super common, um, but I think they, um, I think the way they figure it is they look at the market as a whole.
Yeah.
Um, and they're not just default, increasing at 5 or 10%, but they'll look at all listings or all units rented in the market and come up with like an average for one beds, two beds, three beds, whatever. Um, and give it, you know what I mean, and use that to determine what the quote fair market rent is. Um,
Yeah, they've actually got a full breakdown. If you go to huduser.gov, anybody watching, they have a full breakdown on how they calculate their fair market rents.
oh, cool.
Yeah. Some of it's like adjustments for inflation. We had crazy inflation over the last couple years. So Boston, certain areas like that, they've also seen a little bit of a drop. Western Massachusetts has still went up, but something to think about.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I think over like if you're looking at a 5 year, from today over the next 5 years, you can it's probably a safer assumption that there's going to be 3 to 5% on average year over year increase, but there may be a year in that 5 year period where it actually does go down 5%. Um, so it's certainly always a possibility.
Miss Siwakala, you're welcome. Welcome to the HUD discussion.
All right. So, how do we want to look at this subject guy here? I mean, this sold for 350. No parking. Better maintained, but not not tip top condition. And then this guy here, maybe a little bit of work would get it into the condition of this one. Yeah, maybe there's some other skeleton in the closet.
Just gotta be. It's been on market for how long?
204 days.
Yay. And they had it listed for what, 360 initially?
Yeah, I think it was 360.
So they thought they were going to get this comp number.
Yeah, or yeah, they did.
So really, I mean, if you're buying,
listed right after list date 9/30, list date 9/17.
Yeah, they thought they were going to get that number. This would probably be one of those things where you want to walk the neighborhood, check the streets out, because they can vary. But let's say you really don't ever want to go past like 75% of your future value, right? That's kind of like if you're going to spend $100,000, if the house is going to be worth $100,000 when it's fixed up, you really don't want to spend more than 75. So,
right.
If you're doing it quick, like that's fast, because time is crucial. So that puts our budget at just under 263,000.
Yep. There's a house behind you. That's also pulling
it
value down.
That's the problem.
Yep.
That's it.
And it's worse to be this house probably. Well, I don't know. This house you can't see it there's no curb appeal because you can't see it, but they have the driveway and they're sort of shielded from the road. This you have the ability to have curb appeal. You can actually see your house in the street, but you have no driveway.
That's like remember 76.5 Wyman Street.
Yes.
That was a project we did. It used to be behind another house, and then the house burned down or something, and they buried it, and we ended up finding some leftovers later in the yard.
Good times.
They buried it.
Yep. It's something you could always do, like if you wanted to buy this and live in it, and you were and you wanted to take you wanted to, if I was buying this for myself, right? What I would do, if I'm like, okay, I'll accept this with no parking, but I am going to go to this neighbor and see if if there's any way to, cut in a back parking spot here. It's hard to tell from this photo, but it's going to be on my mind to say, is there any way to go to this neighbor to get an easement? So this is a shared driveway, but I can always park my car, out of the way. So, as long as they're not blocking my space, I can get in and pull in, and then it doesn't impede them really at all. Um, that's what I would do. And as an investor, it's worth a shot too. You're going to have to probably pay them some amount of money to do that, and you're going to have to draft up the easement plot plans and stuff. But if they're a nice neighbor, and maybe they only have one car, where like it's never, you're not going to inconvenience them in any way because they're never parking like 3-4 cars here. There's a chance you could get something like that.
Yeah, it might be worth if you were to try to make an investment play to try to get that lined up first.
Yeah, for sure, because that adds, that I'm kind of shooting from the hip, but that probably adds 25 to 30,000 in value to this property.
It at least keeps more buyers at the table at minimum.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, um, in its current condition, what it could sell for, probably, I mean, not in its current condition, but like in its best condition, I'd probably use this as the comp. Maybe you can get a little bit, you could probably get a little bit more if you have a little bit, higher quality finished product. Newer cabinets, newer floors, fresh paint. This has a drop ceiling. You don't have drop ceilings. Um, this has some wood paneling. It looks a little dated, but better maintained. Maybe you can get 375. Maybe, but this is 370. Maybe 360, 365.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, I would probably want to do some more digging on additional comps with buildings behind, because that definitely makes it really unique.
Yeah. So, I mean, this doesn't look like it needs a ton of work off the bat, but I'd probably paint the cabinets, I'd paint the cabinets, change the appliances to stainless steel, LVP flooring throughout, change light fixtures, paint. Um, I'd pray there's hardwood under there that I can pull this carpet and refinish the hardwood. If not, I'd probably just run LVP flooring throughout the main living areas and then redo the carpet in the bedrooms. Change out this medicine cabinet, probably paint this vanity. This is a quick, real light fluff and buff. I'd paint
For whatever reasons are letting it not qualify.
right, exactly. And if there's something else that I can't see, and then I'd address that. Hopefully, like the big issue is hopefully the boiler works. Obviously, the lights work. Hopefully, there's not a major boiler issue, or there's not another major, maybe paint chipping. Probably a lot of FHA, like first time home buyer buyers for single families in Fall River. So if there are things like paint chipping, these are things that would keep the property from being able to qualify for an FHA loan. But
so let's say you spend 20-30 grand. That means you want to buy this thing for 230.
Yeah, be into it for no more than 275. And like probably 260 to 275 total all in.
Yeah,
because you're going to turn around and sell this for maybe 350.
If you feel confident in that 350, and I would talk to some pros in that market first.
Yeah, for sure, especially with that house behind.
I would definitely not move on that ultra quickly. without doing some more digging.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. I would definitely ask this agent a lot of questions. There's not a lot of, there's not a lot of information here. And yeah, like you said, talk to some agents that really know the market uh, to get a better beat on buyers' opinions of having a house behind you there.
Listen, guys, if you want to buy houses and you want to start renovating and flipping, one of the best ways to get yourself in front of people is to call a bunch of agents. So even if you don't have access to MLS, I mean, you can go on Zillow or Realtor.com and you can just call a bunch of agents and then have coffee with them and network. At the end of the day, putting a face to a name and getting in front of bodies is the best way to make business happen because they say, oh, yeah, this one, tough property, yada, yada, but I have another one coming up in a week. That might be perfect for you. You want to take a look at it. And because you're there, you're proactive, you're in front of them, now something's happening.
Yep. Yep, I totally agree. Agents love to talk to people. They love to network. That's their job.
They're salespeople.
That's right.
That's salespeople.
Yeah.
Everyone's.
This is probably the price, that you'd want to buy this one at.
Are you looking at something different or what?
Did my screen change?
No, I just zoomed out.
Oh, this 241 here.
Yeah.
This other one that's a little more distressed, but a little more charming.
Yeah.
This is a much better flip, just because you don't have to worry about things like no driveway, house behind you. These things that you don't have a lot of control over. You don't have to necessarily concern yourself with, and worry about how that may affect you. This is a little more straightforward. This is a charming house that needs a facelift, and looks like there's something going on with the basement with this drain or whatever coming out of the back window.
Got a good yard.
And yeah, nice yard.
Got a good spread.
Mm-hmm.
Got a good spread.
A good spread.
What's going on? I'm just curious. What's out there in the world of multifamilies?
Good question. Let's take a look. No multifamilies. Oh wait, no, it's square footage. I was like, what am I doing?
Okay.
It's like, how's that possible? 41 multifamilies on market. Markets like Fall River, where we work in Holyoke and Springfield, even still Brockton, New Bedford, Lawrence. These markets that have been emerging for a while, but are starting to pick up. These are great markets for still flipping multifamilies, your 2 and 3 families.
And I'm already liking that first one better.
Yep. $275 for a 2 family. Look at that.
Right.
We're already same price point. And you don't necessarily need to be, there's a little bit more. Look at that. Wow. Probably need a new retaining wall.
Hope not.
Hope not. Hope not for sure. But I'm assuming that retaining wall is your responsibility. Yeah, I mean, this needs a ton of work.
Yeah. This looks like what's that 2 family that we did? 66 Keith Ave.
Yeah, that was a good deal.
That was a good deal. What do we bought that one for $190, didn't we?
Sounds right.
I think we bought that one for $190, and I think we turned it for
$425, $420, something like that. $415.
All right.
Yeah, I think we were, it was probably 150 grand into it, maybe a little less. Was that math?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. I remember it wasn't like a killer profit. Like we did make some money.
I'm gonna look it up. I don't remember what we sold it for.
But it, it was a good little deal.
Well, you're getting You're getting $1,600 for each 2-bedroom here.
Yep.
1,900 if you have a 3. All right, let's see.
Maybe this just needs. Oh no, they have this like barricade here. My guess is that someone has deemed this to be unsafe.
Yeah, dude, we sold it for $485.
Oh, 485. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense then. And how
Yeah.
much did we buy it for?
$190.
Okay. Yeah. So if we were into it for 350, maybe we were into it for a little bit more because I remember it being profitable, but not like a home run.
I think
It was a solid double.
Yeah, I think the challenge with the property was that it took longer. At the end of the day, it all comes down to like cash flow is the name of the game in this business. You really want to have if you can have all of the money up front, and you don't get delayed with like inspections and investor draws and kind of the moving pieces of collaborating the money around. If you can go at it and look, Kyle's
Our
selling.
good friend Kyle.
Hit this guy up if you want to buy some real estate. He's a great guy.
Yes, he is. He somehow always answers the phone.
Yeah, he's a work. He's an inspiration.
Yeah, even though it rings 30 times an hour.
Yeah.
And then and also time to work out at 7 a.m. Be at his computer at 5:30 a.m. and post stories all day.
Let's get him on. Let's get him on next week to talk about Fall River.
100%.
Yeah. All right. Let's do that. I think this is a good time to end for today. It's 9:00. We have to get to work, and we'll get Kyle on. Kyle, if you're watching this, hit us up. We're gonna hit you up. We're coming for you.
Tag him in the comments. This is a great deal.
We want you.
Not to mention, if you're a reputable buyer, like if we came to him as a reputable buyer, like we know him, and we said, I can only buy this for 250. Like we didn't dive super deep into underwriting, but I was like, my number's 250. Can you get your seller to agree? My guess is because he feels that we're strong buyers, we're strong players in the market. He's a great agent. I'm assuming his seller knows that he has a lot of confidence and trusts his judgment as an agent. If he brings an offer for 250 and he says, hey, these are good buyers, I know this group and this is the real number, they'll close. My guess is that could get accepted.
Sure, potentially.
I'm obviously making that scenario up, but things like that do happen all the time.
Yeah, and the number might be 190. I don't know.
I don't know. And if it's 190, maybe it's a little bit more of a stretch.
All right, cool, everybody. Peace, love. Thanks for checking us out today. We're going to see you on Monday. We're going to have a guest or two join us, and Kyle is on the radar to talk about Fall River.
All right.
All right, everybody. Peace and love. We got a podcast dropping, so that'll be we'll put the posts out. That'll be streaming everywhere and on YouTube as well. And it's pretty funny. The podcasts are funny, so I'm looking forward to you guys being able to get some nuggets and some entertainment. We'll be good. We'll be good companions for the ride.
Sounds good.
All right, everybody. Have a good day. We'll talk to you soon. Harrison.
Adios.
Ciao.